Minutes away from halftime. Going to hand the ball off inside. It's going to be a first down. And down to the 20-yard line go the Blue Tigers.
That's a good job of blocking on their left side there from Malik Petaway, their left guard, and Zach Farrow, their left tackle, just opened up the hole on the left side between the guard and tackle, and they got a first down on the run.
But there's only about 1:15 before half, and they've used all of their timeouts. So they're going to have to get a move on. Right up the middle he goes, and he's going to get inside the 5-yard line before O'Kelly is able to put a shoulder into Hosea Franklin.
Again, pretty much just winning the line of scrimmage right there, Barry, and here they go first and goal from the 5.
Well, let's see if they're going to get it in the end zone or if we can get a tackle up. Good job of slicing in there to make the tackle as Mays.
Yes, who, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Maquan, we had mentioned your name in the last couple of plays. So, of course, he comes up and makes the tackle on him at the 3. How much time we've got left in this one is what?
26 seconds, clock running.
Yep, they cannot stop it because they've used all of their timeouts. They're going to hand it off again to Franklin. Nope, they're going to throw the ball. Going to try to find the ball in the end zone.
They're going to call it on the ground.
Going to be incomplete. They tried to get the ball to Closser and could not come up with it.
Kelly almost had him an interception there.
Yeah, done everything else.
Yep.
But that did stop the clock with how much time?
11 seconds.
Third down and goal from the 3, 11 seconds. Let's see if that line can get some pressure on Hunter and force maybe him into an errant throw. He's going to roll out to the right. Going to look in the deep end zone. Did he catch it inside the end zone? He did. Well, my goodness, they did get on the board. That is Christian Robinson from 3 yards out with 5 seconds to play. Let's watch the replay.
You can see just a little rollout action. And the receiver worked his way to the back end of the end zone in an open spot. And before Ward could get there, they did complete the pass and get their first set of points on the board in the ball game.
And their first touchdown of the season after they were held only to a field goal last week by Javier Marina Ortega, who is on the field for the extra point. So just 5 ticks left from Jason's camera. We'll look at the extra point.
Got blocked.
And it got blocked and will go away no good. So 5 seconds left. That's just enough time for Kobe to return the kick, huh? So our score with 5 seconds to play in the first half. It is our Falcons 27 and the Blue Tigers 6. MCM is the oilfield undertaker. They offer quite a few services like casing jacks, recirculating cement equipment, casing and pulling units, backhoe, squeeze casing leaks, and a few other things. BCM now offers reverse rig services and a complete line of fishing and rental tools. Well, once we got up 27-0, Kyle, been kind of a lull in the game, and then suddenly we allow a 56-yard drive and a score by the Blue Tigers.
And with no timeouts for them to do that with, Barry, that's pretty impressive on their part. I think we might have relaxed a little bit. You never know. Maybe trying some different defenses and coverages to see how they work. But with 5 seconds left, you're right. That's enough time for Kobe to take this thing to the house if he gets a chance to catch the ball and get some blocking going here. They're going to squib it down, not even kick it to him, even though he does get it. And here he works up across the 25, back to the near sideline to the 29-yard line, and he's going to be tackled right there. And I believe that's going to bring us to the end of the first half.
That drive was 3 minutes and 6 seconds to go, 8 plays and 56 yards, 3-yard pass with 5 seconds to play. And so we have reached the end of one half, but it is the Falcons up by a score of 27-6. Well, welcome back for the beginning of the second half. It'll be the Blue Tigers that'll get the ball. Falcons will lead it 27-6 after the first 2 quarters of play. Lincoln, though, has more first downs than we do at 7-4. They've run for 61. Falcons have run for 10. We have 138 passing. They have 42 passing, so 103 yards for them on 37 plays. 24 plays, 128 for the Falcons. Going to kick the ball away to the Blue Tigers. They're going to return this one from the 10-yard line, and we'll get it up to the 27. So let's revisit your keys to the game and what are you seeing so far defensively?
One of my keys was to run the ball more effectively, and as you said, they only have 10 yards rushing in the first half. I bet that was addressed at the half, Barry. I think that you're going to have to come out here and establish some offensive continuity and trying to get some things taken care of offensively. 10 yards rushing is not going to get it done. I don't care who you're playing.
Yeah, 9 carries for 10 yards is pretty ugly. They had 25 carries for 61. And quarterback was hurt a little bit there in the first half, and then when he did come back, he did throw the ball quite a bit. Well, up there to make the tackle to start the second half is LaDadrian Glasker from Waco, Texas, 6'1" and 260.
Well done from his defensive spot there to get penetration and throw the back down for a loss. The defense is pretty much played very, very well.
Except for that
one drive there at the end of the first half. That gave them some momentum. I think you want to reestablish your dominance defensively here with this first drive of the third quarter.
It'll be 2nd and 11 after the loss of 1. Well, he dropped the ball. I thought that was a great route and a great catch by Robinson, but falls incomplete. Christian Robinson's from Memphis. They've got quite a few players from Memphis. He's the one that scored a moment ago.
Third down conversions in that first half, 0 for 5 for UTPB as well. Now we're talking defense here right now, but just looking at some of the stats we've been given here.
Franklin for a good first half.
Yep. Well, you're right. That was a great route on the slant route up at the top of the screen or the far side, and they just didn't execute it, but boy, it was open. Here comes pressure.
Franklin ran 19 times in that first half. Now 2 5s meet each other. They dump it off to Torrey Hicks, and it's going to be up there quickly to make the tackle for the Falcons. Justin Campbell from Humble, Texas. 5 meeting 5, and result's going to be a punt. First half, Hosea Franklin 19 for 72, but then he lost 16 for a net gain of 56 yards with a long of 17.
And that was a drag route coming from the slot position here from near side to far, and well defended by the Falcons. That's what you wanted, was a 3 and out to start the second half.
And again, a rolling punt that this time will be fielded by Kobe Robinson. Robinson's going to get across the 50. He's heading into enemy territory down the sideline and will be forced out at the 30. So he's going to set up the offense, Kyle, in a great field position to start with from the Blue Tiger 30-yard line.
Watch him here on the replay, Barry, as he just works his way up into an open gap right there. They do not make the tackle, and once we know if Kobe gets in open space, he's going to make people miss and find yardage, and he did all the way up to the Blue Tiger 31-yard line.
And he went blowing past Malik Petaway, one of the offensive linemen, 300-pounder, and Kobe absolutely blew his doors off.
Asking a lot to ask that guy to tackle Kobe in open space there.
Looking deep, has a man open. Is he going to catch it into the end zone?
Yes, he did.
Yep, Falcons on the board. Balin Ware with the second score of the season. First of the game, just waited on the ball, dropped in his lap. Falcons on the board, opening play of the second half.
You can see he's just running alone here. So that's a safety or the corner. That's their corner, and East Tibbs not getting in coverage there. And it It was a well-thrown ball, and he did a good job, Ware did, of bringing it in and catching it for a Falcon touchdown.
Roberts' 5th touchdown pass already in the early going here in the spring 2021 season. DeCasas out of a hole by Landeros, and a snap by Forge is good. And we're just barely into the third quarter. 13 minutes to play. Falcons extend their lead to 34-6.
The Oilfield Undertaker.
Now that's a quick drive for the Falcons after the return of the punt by Kobe Robinson. 30-yard pass on first down. Roberts to Ware. 8 seconds. All it took him to go 30 yards, one play. Now last week in losing 87-3, the Blue Tigers only had 20 yards passing on 12 completions. Well, they're in the first half. They completed 6 for 42 yards. So far better, plus a touchdown pass. Now we'll gather this one in at the 27-yard line and runs into a wall. Oh, still going. Did the ball pop loose?
I thought the ball might have come out there, but he ran into a wall.
Boy, did he ever. I mean, they're at the 35-yard line, just came to a screeching halt.
Yeah, he didn't go anywhere past, well, it was right at about 35, which is where they're going to place it, as you said, Barry, and he went backwards from that spot. That's a good job by the kickoff coverage team for UT Permian Basin there.
First down now for the Blue Tigers. We are early in the second half. Falcons coming off the big win last week, have the big lead now. O'Kelly and who was that doing that dance? Was that
99?
Adesui?
Yep.
Adesui comes up doing I don't know what that was, the funky whale or something. Loses 3 back to the 32-yard line because of 2 of them combining on that tackle.
Yeah, he's right over the center, Barry, and got great penetration to come in and make that play along with O'Kelly.
Yeah, he just shoved that center right back into the quarterback. Hand it off to the running back this time, and it's going to get back up to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to bring about a 3rd and 10.
Quan Mays making the tackle from his inside linebacker position, just floating downhill into the open gap and made the play. Watch from the end zone. You'll see him come in right there.
Well, he's had 6 tackles there in the first half. Led the team in tackles last week. Why don't you give credit out to our end zone camera guy there, Jason?
Yeah, he did a good job of seeing that and covering that from the end zone. You saw him, Mays, coming in to make that play.
3rd and 10. They're going to dump it off to the running back. And the running back's not going to have enough for the first. He's going to be 5 yards short. Does get out to the 40. That was Franklin. And so they're going to have to kick it away. Again, now the last time they kicked it, it was a low line drive. For the first time today, Kobe Robinson was able to swoop up and then motor on down the sideline there on the east side. Got down to the 30-yard line of the Blue Tigers.
I'm telling you, they almost got there again, Barry.
Blue Tigers play in the Mid-America Intercollegiate Athletic Association Conference. Boy, that's a mouthful.
It sure is.
14 member schools from the central part of the country: Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, and Oklahoma. 14 member schools. Boy, that's a big conference.
About 2,400 students in that school, Barry, on a 167-acre campus. That's the main part of the building.
You've been doing some research.
Yep, did that yesterday. Had a little break during the relays and looked some of that stuff up, and it was very interesting.
Clayton Roberts is the quarterback, going to throw the ball over the middle of the field. Gets a modest gain of about 4 yards.
Tell you, they've run that play a couple of times with Zubiate coming out of the H position. They must have seen something in film that would allow them to get the H into that middle part of the field. We talk about that some with this team, about the middle part of the field needing to be attacked, and that's what they're doing right now. Look where Zubiate's in the slot as the number 3 receiver at the top.
Got 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. Going to go a little deeper and looking for Ware, but instead throws it out there to the sideline where it's picked up by Brody Ray. But Ray's about 4 yards this side of the field, so incomplete and 3rd down.
And they tried to hit a route there, Barry, right over the top of the corner and right in front of the safety who was reading the quarterback's eyes there, and it was just that window was not really wide enough or open enough for him to fit that ball in there.
Braden Thomas from Boswell High School is the quarterback. He's number 17. And he's going to have to either throw the ball away in a hurry, which he does, and falls incomplete. And that means that Landeros going to have to loosen up the leg again and come on out and kick. And again, the ineptness of the offense continues.
Yeah, not good execution there, Barry. That was all started by the snap. And once Roberts had to pick that up and make the play, there was nothing open on this side of the field at all.
Chances are the Blue Tigers are going to come away with good field position. Torrey Hicks is back there to receive the kick.
A low end-over-end kick that's going to be fielded at the 48-yard line. So you're right. They've got good field position, a short field to work with here, talking about the Blue Tiger offense.
Now they're going to start from the 48. They're at the tail end of the first half. They started from their 44 and took it all the way down the field to the end zone. A lot of guys getting some good playing time at quarterback. Been a bit ragged maybe, but at least I like to see the PT. You know, get them out there, get them some playing time in live action when they're not playing against their own teammates.
See what the defense does here on 1st down, Barry. See if they can hold them here and make them punt the football back.
Well, the defense has been playing pretty good today. Just gave up that one drive, but other than that, the front line has been playing really solid and really been causing some problems for the Blue Tiger offense. Oh, they let him go.
Yep.
Glasser's going to be down the field, and he's going to
be lassoed out of bounds at probably about the 6-yard line, Barry.
Got him at the 6. That is C.J. Closer, 5'7", 170 junior from Jefferson City, Missouri. So he's from where the school is located. They pushed him out at the, 5-yard line?
Missed a tackle at about the 30, Barry, and that's what let him go down the sideline here to the 6-yard line.
Yep, a 45-yard or so play. 46-yard, longest of the day for them. And now the handoff inside is going to get them down to the 3.
Well, no huddle here. They're going to call the play from the sideline and stay spread out with 3 wideouts to the top and 1 down here to the bottom.
Well, they've had a couple of big plays that have got them down into scoring territory and been able to cash in, which they will here. And the ball off inside, and Torrey Hicks will score his first one of the season. Mentioned earlier from KC, Missouri, 5'7", 180-pound sophomore. And don't look now, but it's now 34-12 with the extra point. from Clayton Wink, from Javier Marina Ortega to come.
Well, they made pretty quick work of that little drive, didn't they, Barry?
Well, that'll happen whenever you get big bunches all at one time.
Yep. Pass play really set that up, and they are on the board with 8 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half.
I didn't see, did they make the kick? Okay, 34-13. Our score now with, like he said, 8:50 to play in the third quarter. And so they have scored at the end of the first half and now are here early in the third quarter after starting from their 48-yard line, only a 3-yard drive. I mean, a 3-play drive to go the 52 yards. I'm going to have to add all this stuff on the fly. So while I'm doing that, why don't you give us your assessment as to what's going on here in the early second half?
Well, as you said, when you let a big play happen as part of the scoring drive, it doesn't take a whole lot of time and a whole lot of plays and yardage after that to get into the end zone. That's what Lincoln University's done here. Give them credit for coming out and continuing to play hard and try to execute. The UTPB special teams have made the difference today. Let's see if maybe they can get something here on the kickoff return.
52 yards to go 52 yards, 3 plays, minute 5 seconds. Robinson had that.
Oh, my goodness. I think he got it.
They tried the extra. They tried the onside kick. I was looking down deep, and the ball's here at the 45-yard line.
I think they tried to squib it down, Barry, and it just hit one of the front guys for UT Permian Basin, and he was lucky to get it back. Number 34, Clay's telling me is who got it. That's Jalon Rockmore from McKinney. And you see it from the south end zone there. He was fortunate once it hit him to get on the football. And they've got a short field to work with as well, Barry, from the 45.
So let's see which tandem they come out with at quarterback and running back. Quarterback is going to be
Roberts.
And the tailback is going to be number 20, Jamil Hodges. Need to get something going offensively. Going to roll out and dump the ball off, but for a good amount of yardage, they dump it off to Brock Johnson from Cedar Park, Texas, freshman, 6'3", 225. So from the 43 up for 9 yards to the 36-yard line.
Tight end flat pass, Barry. Just went from the tight end position out in the flat to the far side, rolled that way and got it to him in a hurry for that 9 yards.
Yep, good route, good throw, good catch.
Yep.
And good run after catch.
Oh, the slant.
There goes Balin Ware. Balin may score 10-5. Yep, Balin's in the end zone, and he too will now tie a record of 2 touchdowns in one ball game and 2 receiving touchdowns in one game. It was equal last week by MJ Link. Several players have done it prior to. Nobody has scored more than 2 in a game. And they're back on the board after being knotted up and tightened up at 34-13. Now it is 40-13 with the extra point to come.
Quick slant route was wide open, Barry, because the corner was off in coverage. They read that and just threw the quick slant, as you said, and Ware was off to the races once he got the ball in his hands.
And he doinks that thing, and no good off the left upright. Hit the upright and came straight down and into the end zone, but no good. Well, a 2-play drive to go 45 yards, 41 of it from Roberts to Ware. And with, let me check the time, 8 minutes and 16 seconds to play in the third quarter. Our new score is 40-13.
Good execution by the offense there with a short field after the kickoff was recovered, and threw that little tight end pass to the far side over there to set up the drive, and just did a really good job of executing a short field drive and got themselves back in the end zone. Barry, Clay's got 220 yards passing as a team right now for the Falcons.
Well, that's certainly a good number. Last week we threw for, let me check my notes. I accidentally covered them up. Threw for 171 last week, so 220 this week. And the good side of the other good point is it's 40 on the side of the Falcons and 13 on the other side. 2 plays, 45 yards, 33 seconds. Ware from 41 yards out. Now the kick's going to come down at the 20-yard line. And, oh, man, just as he got a head of steam going, he runs into somebody. And it looks like that somebody was number 38, Kadarius Hartfield, one of the linebackers, and just absolutely planted him. May see a tree grow in the spring after that one.
Yeah, that was a good job by the kickoff coverage team, as you said, number 38 there, Hartfield from Mesquite High School making the play. Blue Tigers have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Need to see if we can get a 3 and out here and get the offense back on the field. Dances away from the defense and just kind of throws the thing in the turf between several receivers. Incomplete.
Yeah, UTPB had good coverage in the secondary there. Nobody open. He just threw it right in the middle of the field where there was nothing but green turf.
Yep, good penetration, though, that forced that kind of throw.
The front defensive line, Barry, has done a very good job of getting pressure today on their quarterback.
Second down now, 2nd and 10, going to run it. Gets away from that initial tackle. 4 up there is Donna Stewart to make the tackle. Donna's from La Vega, Texas. Waco, La Vega, 5'10", 160-pound sophomore rover.
Good blocking at the point of attack.
I know we're a safety and a cornerback play. What does a rover do?
That's a safety position as well. Most of the time your rovers will go to the most receiver side depending on the formation, but they're a safety position. And they're usually very active. Our rovers used to always call the secondary and the strength along with our linebackers when the formation came to the line of scrimmage. And they're kind of the quarterback of the secondary for some defensive schemes.
And so the Falcons have an X.
I think an X is like a linebacker here.
Well, apparently we're going to take immediate timeout. Be back in just a moment. Our score is 40-13, Falcons on top. Franklin's going to be assisted off the field, but looks to be okay. We'll check his status here in just a bit. It's going to bring about a 3rd and 5 is what the Blue Tigers are going to need. The line to gain is going to be the 43-yard line. So the defense needs to button up and get some pressure on the quarterback and force Hunter maybe to throw the ball into the turf. Nope, instead they're going to run it. And Hicks is going to have nothing. In fact, he's going to be got to the turf, put to the turf right at the line of scrimmage, and is going to force another possible Kobe Robinson return.
Penetration, Barry, came from inside. That's what busted that play up right there, the nose. Victor Adesui was at the nose position. He got penetration from the inside and just forced that play to really not go anywhere. Up to the 39-yard line, 4th and about 4.
Clayton Winkler's could have hit a few line drive type punts. See if he gets in the air on this one.
Low, too. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Kobe had that one to get away from him.
I think they've got the football, Barry.
And they do. As coming up with that fumble after the kick is going to be Elliot Albert. Elliot comes from Houston Navarro Junior College. Yeah, they're going to come up with the ball at the 22-yard line of the Falcons.
Yeah, Kobe misjudged that ball. It was a low line drive that I think it was really going to get over his head. He just stuck his hand up there to try to grab it. Came off his hand back into the middle of the field, back up to where the line of scrimmage was, and they recovered it for a first down. I'm talking about the Blue Tigers.
Going to be at the 22-yard line of the Falcons. Falcons defense needs to tighten it up a little bit, make sure they don't get them in the end zone. 40-13 our score. Going to hand the ball off inside, and Hicks is going to carry it. And Hicks is going to be that's Torrey Hicks, the running back, and ends up with an 8-yard gain after doing a bit of dancing and finding an open spot.
A good balance coming through the hole there, Barry. That's what got him up the field. Was able to dodge and swerve and miss a couple of tackles.
Yep, so he's down to the 14-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that number 80 for them that played quarterback in the first half, a good job by him of finding. I tell you, he's a good receiver, and they ran a little quick slant with him right there, and got him open up the field, and they're going to be very short yardage there after that play. C.J. Klosser from Jefferson City, Missouri. They're the hometown boy. Good job of making that catch, and we've got a.
Yeah, suddenly a flag came out flying at the tail end of that one. Well, we check that. Let me read you this. University of Texas of the Permian Basin has flexible 8-week classes to help you balance schoolwork and family responsibilities. To help you achieve your goals, they offer a modern, affordable education program deep in the heart of the most economically important region on the planet. Not to brag or anything. Only question is, how soon can you get here? 50 undergraduate, graduate,
the ruling on
online
the field
programs.
is a first down. After the play, personal foul, defense, number 97. Personal foul, offense, number 69. Those penalties offset, first down.
So after all of that, Forge will come off the field after being helped, but it's going to be down to the 9-yard line, so that was a gain of 5. And a first and goal now from the 9. Offsetting penalties mean it stays there at the 9. Going to go with 3 wideouts to the left, to the right rather, 1 to the left. Looks like a passing situation, but Hicks may run it, as they like to hand the ball off to him. That's part of the field for sure. No, they are going to throw it. Here comes some pressure.
Good
Dumps
tackle.
it off to Hicks, but going to be gotten there by O'Kelly at the 10-yard line.
That's a good job by O'Kelly right there, covering the back, who was circling out to the left to the near side here. And O'Kelly had him measured up and did a good job of tackling him and getting him on the field or on the ground at the 9-yard line. They got about a half a yard.
They're first of the half.
Timeout called for by the Blue Tigers. We'll keep it here. The Oilfield Undertaker, BCM and Associates provide complete turnkey services to plug and abandon abandoned oil and gas wells. They operate 9 plugging crews across West Texas and eastern New Mexico. Their company, of course, is fully insured and bonded. They are an approved cementer as well for both Texas and New Mexico. BCM and Associates, the Oilfield Undertaker, and one of our proud sponsors of Falcon football here in the spring season. Another one we'd like to welcome on board is Rexco. Rexco's over on Kermit Highway at 3222 Kermit Highway, founded in 1982, now 39 years and going strong. So it'll be second and goal from the 9-yard line after that no gainer, maybe a half a yard loss or so by O'Kelly. Made a good tackle. And it looks like it may be motion offense.
I heard a horn go off.
Well, I heard a horn go off too.
Maybe it's the play clock.
Maybe so.
There is no foul on the play. They reacted to the horn on the scoreboard. Second down.
So somebody in that booth next to us pushed the wrong button, and the horn went off. That signifies the end of the quarter or the half, and the whole team jumped. So they said no play. So now second and goal from the 9. Going to throw it. Rolling to the right. Here comes some pressure. Looking for a man. Has him open. And boy, was he open. That's going to be Hicks again. Hicks scores for the second time today. One by the run now, one by the reception from the 9-yard line. And they draw within 40 to 19 rather, with the Javier Marina Ortega extra point coming up.
Well, he came in motion, Barry, and got to the other side of the formation. Nobody was with him. He just worked his way over toward that near side, that far sideline corner end zone, and he was wide open.
Hunter's second touchdown of the afternoon, and the extra point is good, and they have cut the lead in half now at 40 for the Falcons and 20 for Lincoln University of Missouri. Will be back after this.
Scoring drive, just 4 plays, 22 total yards, taking a minute and 34 seconds off the clock.
Like you, maybe they were trying to get a dance going there.
We handed off to Walker, and the defenders back there in the backfield at the same time they hand the ball off to him. Defensively, Tiandria Skinner from Grandview, Missouri, comes up and makes the tackle for the loss of 1 to the 43. They're going to need to get out to the 46-yard line of Lincoln University for a first down. Running back now is Jameel Hodges.
3rd and 11, Barry. This is an interesting call here. See if maybe they try the receiver screen again.
Let's see if they do that. If they try to get the ball out to Link, he's going to be split at the top of the screen. No, they're looking here to the right. And they have Ware. Ware's going to have enough for the first.
A little out route down here by Ware. Did a good job of stemming the cornerback. That means getting leverage on him as he went up the field and then broke it off at the 45 and caught it there for the first down.
Balon Ware is another one of those Waco products on our roster. 1st and 10 now from the, I keep thinking Blue Hens for some reason. Blue Tigers 45. Yep, gonna get a sack. However, here comes a yellow flag coming in at the same time.
See if that's a face mask maybe, Barry.
It might be. The tackle was made there by number 9, E.J. Gisa.
Personal foul. Hands of the face. Defense. Number 56. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Gisa's from American Samoa. We had a few of those guys from American Samoa in our early years. Haven't had so many here in the late going. Yeah, that was a first down play. That was a tackle for loss by Lincoln. Wiped out because of hands to the face. Now looking deep. Yep, couldn't quite break it off to get to the end zone. Tried to get the ball to MJ Link, who again, catchless so far. Now going to bring about a second down, 2nd and 10 from the 30.
That ball sailed on the quarterback there. It was open, but it just went high. Of course, the wind is kind of coming across from the northeast. Might have had an effect on that 2nd and 10, as you said, from the 30. See if they try to run the football here with only 6 in the box.
We'll see if Hodges.
Yep.
Nope. Going to throw it. Looks like quarterback is going to
be holding.
Yeah, a lot of holding calls. There's a lot of yellow flags. And that could have got him. Well, they got him down at the 18, but I think if you can tell by the number of flags on the field, I think they all saw the same thing.
There's some holding on the inside there.
Yeah.
Allowed that to happen, and you could see the far side of that field open up over there for him to run on, but it's going to be off or not.
Holding. Offense. Number 53. 10-yard penalty. Replay. 2nd down.
Might have been 63 maybe. Maybe they're having a hard time reading those numbers like we do sometimes, Barry.
Yeah, because our 53 is a DT.
63.
Well, we've got a 53. He's a defensive tackle.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
We don't have the 63 is Pena. So the mark is going to be back to the 40-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 20.
Man,
at that point.
Pump and run coverage.
I'm going to hand the ball up. I thought Robinson had the ball, but instead he saw something, decided to keep the ball, and American Samoan Gisa comes up to make the tackle on him. Going to bring up a 2nd down and still a long way to go. 2nd, about 18.
Pretty happy with himself on that play after that was all over, wasn't he?
Yep, 3rd down, 3rd down from the 40, so 3rd and 20. So the line to gain is going to be the 20-yard line, so they're going to have to throw the ball quite a distance to get it here.
Falcons.
Falcons do call a timeout with our score 40-20. And so next week is scheduled as an off week according to the schedule. But there's a real good chance apparently we'll be traveling to Silver City, New Mexico to play Western New Mexico. And then after that we'll be at Texas A&M Kingsville before we wrap up this very short 4 or 5 game spring season here at Grande Communication Stadium against Midwestern State. All of these spring games have been here in Midland. Just a beautiful day this afternoon. It was expected to get up maybe in the mid-60s, 57 or so when we kicked off. Just a beautiful day of sunshine. Hopefully we've had a good crowd. I haven't had really a chance to look down there to look at everybody, but good amount of people turned out. Had some good stuff going on in the parking lot we didn't get a chance to partake in.
See if they run a little screen in the middle of the field, Barry. I think that might be wide open here. They've got two high safeties playing deep.
Zubioti's back there to help block. Well, he finally gets one to Link, and Link may have the first. Link may, I think, has first.
I think
had to get down to the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 19.
They forced a couple of guys. Watch our instant replay here, Barry, as Roberts moves to his left. He's going to make a couple of guys miss right there. They just over-pursued, and then Link turned on the Jets and was down inside, got inside the 20 to the 19, 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
8th play of the drive started back on their 33-yard line. We're down to a minute 18 to play in the third quarter. Flag, though, will stop that one because of motion.
Part of the snap. The Falcons have called their second timeout of the half.
Well, Coach Kerrigan saw something he wasn't too fond of and calls a timeout. That's our second of the half.
Talking to the quarterback about something they didn't see the same thing on, and he just called timeout. Trying to make sure they're getting the right formation and the right play.
Tell you, Link, big play there.
That was a big play, and those two guys that over-pursued over past the sideline there, what allowed him to sidestep them and get back in towards the numbers to the far side. He just really turned on the Jets, like I said in my description of it, and knew where he had to get to the first down and keep the drive alive.
Yeah, not often that you turn a 3rd and 20 into a first down.
It happened there, and that's a big play to keep this drive going for the Falcons.
Kyle's been wanting to run the ball, so let's see who the running back's going to be.
Is that Robinson?
They've got Robinson back there now with the quarterback, Roberts. See if they're going to hand the ball to him. They're going to throw the ball to him.
Oh, the throwback. Oh, he's wide open. Yep, that's Kobe coming out of the backfield, folks, on a wheel route, and he was wide open. Nobody picked him up. Watch here. See him just slip out to the far side over there? That's probably a linebacker's coverage. Did not do that, and Kobe was wide open for another Falcon touchdown.
And Kobe now will become the latest player to score 2 touchdowns in a game.
Wow.
How about that? Yep. So Ware had 2 earlier in the game. Now Robinson, he had the 85-yarder. And now this one will go for 19. He's over 100 yards for the game. Now looking for DeCasas to add the extra point. And it is... Well, it flew out of our camera range. I think it was good.
I think the cameraman got it, Barry.
Offside.
Did he catch it?
Defense. That penalty's declined. The point
so
after is good.
47 to 20.
Timeout.
Is our score with 1:02 to play in the third quarter. I'm checking to see if that guy with the red hat's out there. I don't see him. Well, what happened on that play? He was so wide open.
Well, he was in the backfield, as you said, Barry, as a running back. When the ball was snapped, he just kind of ran what we call the wheel route. He runs out and up the sideline, little out and up, if you will. And as I said, I think that's probably a linebacker that has him in one-on-one coverage. And that linebacker did not pick him up at all. And he's running on the far sideline by himself. All he had to do was wait on the ball from Roberts. After he got set up, he just saw him wide open and dropped it right in there for a beautiful throw and catch for a touchdown.
That's his 4th touchdown pass today, right? Threw 2 to Ware and 2 to Robinson. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's got 2 to Robinson because the first offensive touchdown was the wide receiver screen. And then that one there, I believe it is 4. That's what Clay said.
Yeah, so he equals that record again. Nobody's thrown more than 4 in a game. That was a 67-yard drive in exactly 4 minutes to go 8 plays.
Lucy pulled the ball there, looked like.
19 yards on that pass play. But Roberts has thrown for 8 touchdowns in 2 weeks, Kyle.
Yep, he's been efficient when he has found those open receivers for touchdowns, and 8-2 ball games is not too shabby.
27-point lead now at 47-20, so you may see Bubba and maybe a couple of the other quarterbacks play in the fourth quarter. Braden Thomas played a little bit earlier along with Bubba Henson. So let's look and see if they get some playing time in the fourth quarter with this 47-20 lead. The kickoff's going to be returned out to the 19-yard line, and coming off the bottom of that pile is going to be Hayden Kelly. Boy, he's excited to make the tackle.
He was down there in a hurry, and boy, we've seen that a couple times today. Those returners for Lincoln get to a certain spot, they're not going any further.
No, it's like literally hitting the brick wall that we talked about. You hear that players sometimes, when they played so many games, they hit the wall. Well, they're hitting the wall time and time again. Flag on the play.
Illegal substitution. Offense. 12-minute formation. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Can't do that.
No, can't break the huddle with 12. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, got to break it with 11, that's for sure.
They probably wanted somebody else on the field and sent that person on and didn't give the person he was replacing a chance to get in off the field. So they're back 5 yards, first and 15 at the 24-yard line.
This Blue Tiger team has given up 40 points less than they did last week. They lost 87-3. They're losing this one 47-20 to the Falcons, who are back on defense. Here comes a lot of pressure, and they're going to get him. Man, there's a look at all those orange shirts, and we're going to give the tackle there to number 94 for the Falcons. That's Dominique Varela, sophomore.
Watch Dorian Anderson, number 30, coming there from the defensive end position on a good pursuit angle to help out with that tackle.
Final 28 seconds. Clock is running of the first half of the third quarter, rather. 47-20 our score. That was a loss of 10. So it's going to be 2nd and 20 from this point. Now see if we can get a little bit more plays defensively. Going to run the ball here. Got a long way to go. Somebody lost a hat, that's right. But they do get out to looks like the 17-yard line.
That is the end of the third quarter.
And we have reached the end of 3 quarters of play. So we've got a quarter yet to go. It is the Falcons after 3 leading the Blue Tigers by a score of 47-20. Roberts has 4 touchdown passes today. 3 of those came in the third quarter. And 47-20 our score, and it's third in a bunch. Third and about 17 needed by Lincoln University of Missouri. Going to hand the ball off to the running back. Hicks is going to get out to the 22-yard line, and that's going to be the extent of that. Needed to get out to the 39, and so they're going to punt the ball away on a 4th and 17 needed.
A lot.
So Robinson will get back there at the 40. You know, he's thinking, boy, I'm getting tired, guys. And what was the line that Clay used?
We're in mid-season form.
Yeah, we're mid-season form.
We should be in mid-season form because this is the middle of our season.
And had homecoming and everything.
That's right.
So Kobe standing at the 45-yard line, looking to get a good return to give the offense another chance. Backs away from it smartly, and it's going to be marked out at the 46.
We should have all of our kinks worked out since we're in mid-season here. That's what Clay said. Clay came up with that line.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if they decide to bring some other people in like you were talking there, Barry, if they're going to go with their first group again and working with a short field at starting this drive at their own 47.
Yeah, let's see who they've got. Coming in at quarterback is going to be Braden Thomas. He's from Boswell High School. 6'1", 210 freshman.
Fort Worth, Boswell.
Yep, who's back there with him?
I can't get that number. Actually, I can. It's 36.
Yeah, first time he's been back there at running back.
Yep. He just ran up the sideline, didn't get picked up either, but.
Nope, good pass actually, but couldn't come away with it. That's Garrett Laudermilk. Laudermilk's from Rockport Fulton High School. Maybe just a bit high, but catchable. And the good thing was the quarterback, Thomas, held out long enough trying to get his receiver open. But it's going to bring about a 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line. We just in the beginning of the fourth quarter.
We'll throw the football here. Yep. Nice pass out in the flat there, Barry. Good catch and good run.
Good catch and good runs right.
Rexco! The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly...
First catch of the season, freshman, wide receiver, 5'9", 175 from Deer Park.
He was wide open out here in the flat toward the near sideline. Once he caught it, worked his way up the field to the 30, looks like 6-yard line for a Falcon first down.
So he goes from the 47 to the 36. Thomas looking deep, has a man open.
Thomas would like to put some air under this. We've got some tomfoolery going on in the back here. Got a flag coming.
It was a 17-yard catch and run. There was a flag on the play as you see the yellow hanky laying there. Somebody left their laundry on the field. What kind of tomfoolery was going on?
Well, I think
looks like it's going to be against the orange shirts.
Yep. A little extracurricular blocking there on the back end of that. I'll tell you, quarterback would like to have that throwback and put a little air
After the play was over, personal foul, offense, number 77, 15-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd down.
And he is whistle for the 15-yarder, so that play would have come back no matter or not.
Coach Kerrigan not too happy with that call.
Yep, they're going to bring it back all the way to the 49-yard line.
See if they run the football here, Barry. 2nd and long.
They need to listen to you. You've been trying to get them to run the ball the whole second half.
No, they're going to throw it.
Thomas is going to throw it. Going to throw the screen. Going to get down to Laudermilk's going to be down to the 42-yard line. Big kid is Garrett Laudermilk, 6'1", 210. That's a good size running back.
Tell you, when they watch this film tomorrow, they're going to talk a little bit about maybe blocking a little better on that. They get one block out here on the left from the tackle position. They kick that defender out. He might still be running. A little late getting to the block coming from the left tackle there.
It's a 9-yard gain, but that brings up a 3rd and a bunch.
Yep.
They need a lot. Going to be 3rd and close to 18 needed for a first down. Thomas is going to, he's going to run it. Going to be down to the 32-yard line, so he's going to be maybe, about 6 yards short.
I bet they go for it here, Barry. I tell you, they had receivers blocking downfield. If they could have gotten him to plant that left foot and come back inside, I'm talking about the quarterback there, he might have picked that up, but I think they're going to go for it anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be 7 actually where they marked the ball. 7 needed. The line to gain is going to be the 26-yard line, and it's going to be 4th down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 7 yards. 7 yards needed for the first. So if you see somebody open for the first, and he's going to have him. That's going to be caught by number 88, Dedrick Anderson from Stafford, Texas. 6'2", 175 freshman. First catch of the season for him.
Did you say Stratford? Is that who it was?
Stratford on Avon. Yep, Stratford High School. Yep.
That's where Mr. Craig James went to school as a running back.
Yep, Houston Stratford's right. You're right. and went up to SMU, and he was part of the Pony Express.
Oh, yeah.
Where was Dickerson from? Sealy?
Sealy.
Yeah.
Played at Sealy.
Stafford, Texas. I'm not sure that Stafford, Texas, and Houston Stratford are the same thing.
Yeah, maybe not.
Stratford, one has an R in it.
I thought you might have said Stratford. That's what made me think of that.
I need to get my teeth fixed. So down to the 15-yard line on that pass play, 16 actually, on that pass play a moment ago to the receiver, Anderson. Now the first down play goes at Rice, so it's going to be second.
Timeout, Lincoln. Their second of the half.
Lincoln's going to call the timeout. We'll keep it here with you. I'd like to thank all our sponsors for being part of these broadcasts. And, well, I'll tell you what, we've got Mr. Red Hat coming out for the media timeout, so we better take it with him. Our score is 47-20. Your Falcons have the 27-point lead.
Let's go!
Falcons only have 11 yards rushing in the ball game, but they've thrown for 326 yards. So that's a good trade-off. Going to be 2nd and 10 now from the 16-yard line. Thomas thought he was going to run it for a second, a little indecisive, and the defense is able to converge on him and bring about a third down from just about the 19, so a loss of 2.
Pressure off the left edge. I'm talking about the UTPB left edge is what forced him up into the pocket early, Barry. Only had three receivers in the route or out on the routes, and nobody open. He just had to eat the football.
Probably didn't taste very good, even
No.
with salt and pepper on it. So third down, the line to gain is going to be the 6-yard line. Laudermilk's the running back there with him. Looking to see none of the starters are in there at receiver. So they're all getting the rest of the day off after a good day's work. Laudermilk's going to carry it. Laudermilk's going to be about 4 yards short. Going to be down to the 11. So the question of the day becomes, will DeCasas come out and try the kick for the field goal?
And I believe the answer to that is yes.
He was 6 of 11 last year. This will be his first attempt this year. Casas the kicker, Landeros the holder, and Forge was the deep snapper. He was hurt earlier. I can't really see who's snapping the ball now. Let's see if that combination ends up with a 3 points on the board. Nope.
Oh, we got roughing the kicker, Barry.
Yep, going to be roughing the kicker, which brings about an automatic first down, I think.
Running into the kicker. Defense. 5-yard penalty. Replay, 4th down.
Nope, so they do not get the first down. Instead, it's going to mark them down at the 6-yard line.
They're going to go for it.
Let me see where they place the ball.
Ball's going to be at about the 12. Well, no, they're going to move it to the, Clay's right, the almost 7.5-yard line. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 1.
Yeah, they need 4th and 1. Let's see if the quarterback does the sneaky.
Yep, he did.
Yeah, Laudermilk in there to push him. But I don't know that he made it.
Yeah, I'm not sure he did either.
They didn't really get a lot of penetration, did they?
No, they didn't. They got penetration from the defensive side. The referees already said they are not going to get the first down. They are short, and it's going to be a turnover on downs to the Lincoln University Blue Tigers. They had some penetration between the center and the guard and knocked that quarterback into the backfield for a loss and they're going to take over from there.
Yeah, so many times you see the quarterback get pushed in back behind, but they only had Laudermilk back there with him. They did not have the big beef. Sometimes they bring in a defensive tackle, and if they don't hand the ball to him like they did last week for the score, then he's there strictly to push.
Right.
And push and push. So it's going to be 1st and 10 minutes exactly to play in this ball game. We're at Grande Communication Stadium in Midland. We'll be back here in a couple of weeks for the final game of the spring season, and then hopefully we'll have a full fall season coming up in September. That's what we're hoping. Keep your fingers crossed. 1st and 10 now for the Blue Tigers from their 7-yard line after the defensive stand. They will hand it off inside to Hicks, and there to make the tackle for the Falcons is going to be number 28. That is Jamil Pittman, a redshirt freshman from Cedar Park Vista Ridge.
38 also Kadarius Hartfield there in on the tackle. Got penetration from the right side of the UTPB defense and just blew that play up.
Actually lost about a half a yard.
Yep.
So 2nd down and 10 and a half. Probably throw it here. Yep, very quickly tries to get the ball out. Does have the receiver.
Oh, that was fumbled inbounds, Barry. They picked it up and scored. Hartfield just picked it up and scored.
No, they're going to call it incomplete.
Wow.
Hartfield did have it for the score, but they're going to
The
call
ruling
it
on the
incomplete.
field is an incomplete.
Yep.
Down.
Now, you're right. The receiver, when he turned, if we have Debbie's replay, can we watch that again, Debbie? When he turned, he just left the ball on the field.
Now, this is a move to me, Barry. He's got it right there, turns upfield, and then that ball gets stripped out. Wow, that's interesting.
Very close.
Yep.
Hartfield not happy. He would have had a scoop and score.
Yes, he would have.
So 3rd and the full 10 needed, maybe 10 and a half from the 6-yard line. If Falcons defense can stop them here, they're going to come away with great field position because the punting game has been a problem for the Blue Tigers. And there to make the tackle is going to be for the Falcons, number 34. That's Jalen Rockmore, a freshman, playing the X position. That's O'Kelly's position. And he gets him right there at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to force Clayton Winkler to come in and try to hit one of those line drivers.
See if Kobe can get to the ball here. If it's a punt, they do get it off. See if Kobe can get to it and make something happen.
In golf, you call those worm burners.
Yep.
Let's see if Kobe can make something happen. Maybe if they can get the ball out there quickly, then he'll be able to return it.
Barry, he kicked that off the front guys that were blocking for him there.
Well, that ain't going to go very far when that happens. They're going to get it down at the 21-yard line. So the Falcons are going to be in great field position at the Lincoln 21-yard line with not a whole lot of time left in the ball game, 8 minutes and 18 seconds. Couldn't tell if that's 8:16 or 8:18, but we're going to go with that 18. Let's see if they're going to try a different quarterback. Braden Thomas who has been in here a couple of times. Maybe Santos will get a shot at it. And if not Santos, then who else is on the roster? Yeah.
Santos, Montez, Thomas.
Bubba.
Yep. I think that's it.
Yeah, maybe Bubba gets a chance to come back in. Let's see. They're going to stick with Thomas. And Ed Williams is going to be on the field too. Ed Williams from Permian. Number 35 didn't get a chance to carry the ball at all. The 2 or 3 plays he's been in. Back during the Christmas season, he was working at the UPS store, and that's where I ran into him and talked to him a little bit, and he said he was going to be playing this fall. So the carry is going to be down to at least the 15. They may mark him. Yep, going to mark him at the 15. So that's a gain of 6. by Thomas. Brings up a 2nd and 4. Quarterback keeper. And they just keep the thing on the ground and run that thing all the way into the end zone. Going to hand it off to Ed Williams. Ed's going to have right about what he needs for the first down. Pretty close to what he needs for the first down.
Yep, it's first down.
So 1st and goal from the, 11-yard line?
Yep, they're at the 11.
I wouldn't even throw it, would you?
No, I don't think so either. Just run the football and see what you can get out of it.
Yeah, Thomas runs it or hands it off 35, one or the other.
They're going to change the play from the sideline here.
Yep.
See if they give the ball to Ed. I'm predicting off the right side here.
Yeah, they have to call a timeout, I bet, because there's a little bit of confusion. Nope. Going to hand it off to Ed Williams. Williams is, well, he's going to lose some.
Came left there.
Back to the 13.
Yeah, sidestep back over here to the near sideline. There wasn't anything there. We got a flag on the play, too. The 13-yard line.
So the loss was 2, and then we'll pending what happens with the yellow flag.
Yep.
Play was over. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 45. Half the distance, automatic, first down.
Wow. It's a bad penalty on their part there because they made a great play to stop the run. And some extracurriculars after the play, after it was over there, to move it down to the 6-yard line, 6.5. First and goal for the Falcons from there.
Cody Bagby whistled for that little bit of extracurricular. Now it's going to be first and goal. Don't know where he's throwing the ball.
Well, the receiver got knocked down.
The receiver got turned around. I mean, literally looked like he grabbed him and just hooked him. And that's going to set the ball at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, they knocked him off the route there. And they were trying to throw the slant to the outside receiver.
Pass interference, defense, number 29. The ball is placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
We're going to place it at the 2-yard line. Last week they brought in Josiah Washington to do the honors. He's a defensive tackle. And let him score. Let's see who they're going to keep in this time. It looks like Ed Williams is going to stay in there with Thomas. Don't see any big beef back there with him.
Got a tight end in the H position, Barry.
Yep.
Number 89 is going to line up in the H.
That's Brock Johnson.
Yep. Let's see if they run left here and just let him lead into the hole.
Williams will get the carry, and Williams will score. Williams into the end zone, and the Falcons are on the board one more time as they break 50 points for the first time this season. They are in midseason form, you're right.
Midseason form, that's right.
Yep, over 50 points now pending the extra point. DeCasas will come on and try to kick it. Let me see who's snapping. I can't, Forge is in there, so he was hurt earlier, but Forge is going to be snapping. So Forge will snap. Landeris, the punter, will set it down, and then DeCasas will hopefully kick it through. The ball is up and away, and she's good. So with about, 6 minutes and 31 seconds left to play in this ball game, it's UTPB 54 and Lincoln University 20. We'll take a timeout and take it with them. All right, drive, 5 plays, 21 yards, minute 48 seconds after the inadvertent punt off the backside of the blocking guys for Lincoln. Ed Williams gets the 2-yard run. So Kobe Robinson has a touchdown by kickoff, a touchdown by pass reception. Williams has the touchdown by the run. So 3 of the scores by local guys.
4 should be, right?
Who's the 4th one?
Robinson kickoff return. Robinson 2 touchdown catches and Williams 1 run.
Robinson has 2 touchdown catches? I think he only has 1.
No, he has 2. He caught the
Oh,
one.
you're right. You're right. Yeah.
He
You're
caught
right.
the one out of the backfield, and then the first screen pass was him.
Yeah, in fact, I missed that. So Robinson's the first guy to score 3 touchdowns in a game in our short history. Lincoln now will start this one from the 25-yard line with 3 minutes, 6 minutes and 23 seconds to go. Say what? 21-yard line?
Yep.
Oh, Doc, I really do need to get my eyes fixed. Think I'll call the good doc next week. Going to run the ball off inside.
Ooh.
And is going to get out to close to the first down that he needs.
He almost squirted right through there, Barry. Number 21, Jalen Head, their running back from St. Louis, Missouri.
So Robinson has a 19-yard touchdown pass reception. Has an 85-yarder.
He's got a kickoff return for a touchdown.
And he's got the kickoff return, yeah. So first player that we've had in our history to score 3 touchdowns in a game. We had several players that had scored 2, including 2 of those last couple of weeks.
What a tackle. That's a great job by number 38, Kadarius Hartfield, from his linebacker position. Just met the running back right in the hole there, picked a leg up and took him backwards, and ball's going to be placed at the 30, making it 2nd and 11.
Sounds like a Snoopy cartoon. I have met the enemy, and the enemy is us.
Yeah.
When you run into your own guy.
Into your own fella.
So it's going to be 2nd down after the loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Going to throw the ball very quickly at her. Has a man open, but good positioning by the defense, but a good catch.
Wow.
Yeah, wow's right as they get the ball out there to Christian Robinson from Memphis, Tennessee, one of many Memphis players on the roster. He's going to be down to the Falcon 38-yard line.
He just outfought the defender there for the football and made the play up to the 38-yard line of UT Permian Basin.
32 yards on the catch and run, and most of that on the stick-em catch. I tell you, that was a good throw, but a better catch. So 2nd down, they're going to run it. And the ball off inside, and, oh, man, where'd this guy come from? Jalen Head, first time he's carried the ball this season, did not have a carry last week. He's the backup running back to Franklin. He's from St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, like Tom Landry used to say, St. Louis.
5'8", 190.
St. Louis and Miami. You say Miami on his weekly show every year.
15 yards on that run.
St. Louis.
Miami and St. Louis. That's funny.
Toyota.
Yeah, remember that. He got a wide. Dropped the ball. Thought he was going to get the ball to Robinson. Robinson thought so too, but could not hang on to it. It's going to be 2nd down from the 23. And you can see on the clock on the wall there's 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Playing this ball game.
Nigel King having a little trouble staying with that guy right now, number 3. He's the corner over here from Klein Oak High School. It says Utah next to it.
Yep. Seriously?
That's what it says. I think that's probably a misprint there, because in Klein Oak, down by Tomball, down by the Houston area.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, there may be more Klein Oaks.
Defense, number 69 with contact. 5-yard penalty remains 2nd down.
There's like 5 Odessas around the country. I know one in Florida, one in Minnesota, one in Texas.
Michigan.
There's a Midland, Michigan. Yeah, they got a Midland and an Odessa up in Michigan. How dare them? So the penalty was 5 yards. Going to be 2nd and 5. Very quickly throws the ball out here left. And going to have the first up. Going to be about a yard short, actually. Gets the ball out there to Christian Robinson.
Good job of blocking and setting up that play to get the completion out there for on the far side and where the ball is on the far hash at the 15-yard line, 3rd and about 2 here for the Blue Tigers.
I kept thinking coming into the ball game I was going to slip and call them Tickers a few times because of Winnie the Pooh, but been able to keep from doing that until just then.
This is going to be.
That may be 5 back the other way.
I think it may be because the inside slot receiver moved down here before the ball was snapped.
False start.
Yep.
Offense. Number 8. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That was number 80, the inside slot receiver there.
Well, what that means, he's from Tomball, but he played at Utah and then transferred to UTPB is what it means. That's what that means.
Yeah. Huh.
So the penalty is going to be back to the 20-yard line. He's from Klein Oak that Kyle did mention. So after all that rigmarole, back to the 20-yard line, we're down to 3 and some change left in the old ball game. Got much plans for afterwards?
Not a whole lot. There's the slant open for a 1st down.
Yeah, guess who?
80.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been their main receiver today.
17-yard catch and run down to the 3-yard line. That's C.J. Closer, 5'7" kid, but I tell you, he comes up big, hasn't he?
He has, and they tried to kind of catch the Falcons off guard there when a little quick snap and ran their play.
Timeout. Falcons. Their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Well, the Falcons call a timeout. If you're thinking about what to do with yourself, you might check on the #1 best value online schools in Texas. That was as of 2019. That would be the University of Texas Permian Basin, offering flexible 8-week classes to help you balance schoolwork and family responsibility to help you achieve your goals. One of our sponsors is BCM and Associates. They now offer reverse rig services and a complete line of fishing and rental tools. They also buy leases for salvage and production, and they prepare and file all necessary Railroad Commission and TNRCC forms. BCM and Associates is at 2638 Fulton Avenue in Odessa. That's west off of I-20 and east of West Loop 338. You can reach them in Odessa with a 58 number, or in Hobbs is their other office, and you can also find BCM and Associates on Facebook and LinkedIn. So as we come back to play, it's going to be a 2nd down play, and now the Blue Tigers don't like what they see.
Their final of the half.
And they call their final timeout of the half. All right, well, we're here. Let's talk about who would you consider to be an MVP of the defense today?
Oh, boy. That is a good question. I would think Myquan Mays right now would probably be my leading candidate. He's been all over the field.
Be hard to pick against him.
Be hard to pick against him. He's been all over the field today, not only on defense, but some of those other special teams that we've talked about. I think he's played very well. O'Kelly's been active today. Glasker's been active. Loweye has been good. But if you ask me, I would take Myquan Mays right now as my defensive player of the game.
And you've got Forge with an interception return for a score. You've got Brown the 4th with a block punt return. My offensive player is going to be Robinson. Robinson with a kick return and 2 pass receptions for scores. And as I mentioned a few minutes ago, the first Falcon player in their short history to score 3 times in a game. So those are our 2 picks. They're going to put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. That's going to be thrown up, and it's going to be picked. Well, he just threw that one into no man's land, and it's going to be picked off by number 32. That is Martin Brown, the fourth. So Brown has the kick return on the block punt. Now has an interception. And that was they were from the 4-yard line, wasn't it?
Yep, and they tried to throw it back across the formation, back across the field to their receiver there. You can see number 80, as Barry's called his name a few times today, thought he would be wide open on the backside, and he just overthrew him. And it is a turnover. Falcons have the football at their own 20-yard line.
That's the fourth interception of the game by Lincoln. If I'm going to have a chance to look it up yet or not, I was going to see if maybe 4 in a game is the most we've ever done.
Oh, my goodness. Get on the football. There we go.
Don't try to do anything else with it.
No, that's right. That's Raymond Montez, that quarterback from El Paso Del Valle High School. He's a redshirt freshman. Ball, I don't know if that went through his hands or if it was maybe snapped to the side there, but he did a good job of just getting on it and keeping possession there. Clock's running at 2:23. And Falcons have a 2nd and 26 from the 4.5-yard line.
Yep, so it's going to be a long ways. Going to have to get the ball out of here in a hurry. Choose to run it instead, and there's a flag on the play. The carry is going to be after the 10-yard line, but probably for naught.
Probably going to be a holding call on the backside here.
Holding. Offense. Number 61. Half the distance from the previous spot. Replay. 2nd down.
You know, the 4 interceptions, we had 4 versus Kingsville, Texas A&M Kingsville, to wrap up the 2019 season. Also had 4 against Sul Ross State University back in 2017.
I bet they just hand the football off here, Barry.
I think that's all I would do.
Yep. There it is. Off the right side there, that's number 36, Garrett Loudermilk on the carry.
Yep, he's going to get down to the 3, or up to the 3, however you want to put it. Well, not down to it, has to be up to, so gets really hardly anything. We're down to less than a minute and a half. Guess the 2 of y'all are going to take the wives out for a nice dinner?
No.
No?
Nah, I don't think so. Not.
I know Bob's going to take Debbie. Now he has to do that, you know.
He has
After
to.
making her work on a Saturday, you'd think he'd have to take the wife out for a nice dinner after.
Oh, he's not working either? Sure he is.
Yeah, sure he is. But, you know, she could be out antiquing.
Yeah, she could be.
Delay game. Fence. Number 19.
That delay of games is going to cost a yard and a half.
3rd down.
Probably half a yard.
Yeah, probably half a yard. Looking for my...
It didn't look like they knew what they wanted to run there. They're looking at Coach Kerrigan over here on the sideline.
They're looking at him, and he's looking at them.
Yep, he's calling the play from the sideline here.
Our Trans-Global Productions game of the week today versus Lincoln University of Missouri. By the way, carrying the ball there is Raymond Montez. Presented by Trans-Global Productions, produced and directed by Bob Bailey. Replay directors Debbie Bailey. Our camera guys today, Charlie Pierce, and welcome Brandon Chance. Brandon's first time to work with us is today. Nice to have you along. Our end zone camera, Jason Barrage, who shifted from the main camera down to the end zone, with Robert Carrillo being unavailable today. And then, of course, with Kyle Hubbard and Clay Kennedy. Barry Sykes here with you in the final minute of this ball game. We have 56 seconds left in the ball game.
Yeah, no, we're down to 8, Barry.
Yeah, we're down to, I didn't see that. Okay, so the final 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and the final second has ticked off, and it's going to be a 2-0 start to the season by the Falcons with our final score over Lincoln University. It is UT Permian Basin 54, the Lincoln University Blue Tigers 20. We thank you for being along with us. It's been a great Saturday afternoon. We hopefully will see you again in 3 weeks on the 27th when we wrap up the spring season against the team from Wichita Falls, Midwestern State University. Bye, y'all.
Let's go Falcons and Falcon up.